In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID are in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID, if your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID if your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID if your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID if your reputation expectation grow.
Hello and welcome, GM, to Solid Talk number 94, which is the correct edition, I think, if we
This
haven't
time for
mixed
real.
up the numbers. This time for real. Yep, GM, everyone, and thanks for joining. We are back as every Saturday, yapping about life, about crypto, about Solami, and about what's happening on the charts and on the timeline, really, with a bunch of updates as every single week. We're gonna take a look at what happened the past 7 days on the fundamental front, on the news front. If there's anything you missed, you will probably hear today in Solid Talk as every single week what happened and what you missed. And then secondly, we're going to take a look at the charts. We have to check out what Solana is doing. It is moving a little bit. We're not the only ones looking at the charts this week. Big shout out to Perp SO, which is a challenge that is currently going on between two traders on Solana. One is Solana Native Foundation, Matt, and one is Fifi Ethereum, with the trading community more on the broader crypto sector. And we can take a look at that as well, just to check out what these guys are doing and how they're trading and what they're trading and who's leading the challenge. I can explain a little bit about the challenge as well, because I think it's a really fun activation. If you are trading, then you can actually trade on purpose or to win additional money. Why not? Then we also gonna do our usual yapping about anything that might be new. When it comes to Solana ID, we can talk a little bit about the conclusion of the Solstice campaign and the preparations for the next one that is coming up in July. And maybe I can drop a little bit of alpha for the next Solana ecosystem call that is gonna happen on Thursday, as every single month, last Thursday of the month. Pierre, what jersey are you wearing? What is that?
From our home country.
Is that your favorite shirt?
With 1, 2, 3, 4 stars. Why do we have 4 stars, Simon, Mr.
Because
Why?
we won the World Cup 4 times in history already, because we're goats.
Oh my God, I cannot believe that you know that actually.
Of course, 4 times. Like this, we're one of the best football
which
nations.
team in the world has more titles than Germany?
More than 4. Ooh, those are more World Cup winners. I mean, Brazil to begin with, right? They won like how many times?
You are Googling it right now, you little fucker.
No, I'm not. my hands are here.
Come on.
Bro, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, those guys, when they were active, they killed it. How many does Brazil have? 5 stars? 6 stars?
5.
5, here you go. So yeah, Brazil is a good one. What about UK?
Only them. No. Germany is
how much
second best. We have 4, and Brazil has 5, and UK has, I don't know, maybe 1. How many?
Really? Oh, they suck.
World Cup? Yeah, Germany is the second best. How many World Cup titles does UK have?
Let's see if Germans win this one, says Cyber.
GM
Cyber?
Yeah, 1
GM
World Cup title.
JD. So, happy Saturday,
1
JD.
World Cup title.
I see. Okay. Fulu says GM towards Lydians. It is a hot weekend, motherfucker. It is. It's like fucking 40 degrees or something out there. I'm in my little cave here.
Nothing new for me.
Team USA. USA actually won yesterday, right? Against Australia. I saw some screenshots somewhere.
They won
but
against Australia, yes.
But they also kind of suck at football, no? I mean, they don't even call it that way. Okay.
Not this time.
Let's see. I think Trump said something about renaming the original football, like the American. No, what was it about? Like he wanted to get rid of one of the names because it's so fucked up, like with soccer. And what was his move? He wanted to do something completely stupid. I was like, what the fuck? They should suck at soccer. What do you mean, Cyber? That's so mean. Anyway, Well, first of all, before we talk a little bit about the markets and about the macro, first of all, I want to say a big shout out to the Lucid Drakes because I'm currently at a little convention. It is just it's a retreat, really. It's a Lucid Drakes retreat. What are the Lucid Drakes? It is an NFT community on Solana. It is a collection of 69 NFTs, and they've been sold mostly during auctions, but a few of the OGs also have Drakes from back in the days, very early on. So they've been able to buy them for fairly cheap. But then the latest ones have been auctioning off quite highly. So it is, to be fair, it is some sort of exclusive community because the buy-in is quite high. But the advantage is that also this means that there's usually interesting people, in the Lucid Drakes, because to be part of it, you have to, make some money somewhere or have the business or have some sort of venture. So that, brings interesting people together. So big shout out to all the friends that are currently here. This is this is very iconic. What stands out here, Pierre? Is there anything that stands out here?
What stands out? There's some double Drakes.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there double Drakes?
It's the partners. So usually the guy has Drake and then the female companion.
I don't see your Drake.
No?
Where is your Drake? Huh? No, I don't see your Drake.
Okay, so I'm there, bro.
No, it's there. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, everyone's watching football, but you are not because you're busy building or whatever you're doing.
That's why I say very, very iconic. Because everyone was watching I think Croatia versus UK, right? And I just couldn't. So I was sitting on my MacBook cooking. But yeah, basically what's happening is that it's just a little get together where everyone gets together and talk to each other. We're like in the countryside somewhere in Croatia. Beautiful country. Big shout out to all the Balkan friends. Definitely very nice place on this side. Now, looking at some things that let me actually share my window. This one here. And then let's look a little bit at what you might have missed on the timeline. Kevin Walsh just killed crypto's rate cut trade. That happened in the first SEC meeting. The first Fed meeting that happened on 17th of June. And obviously the Fed held the interest rates steady at 3.5 to 3.75 basis points. But now the expectation is that we're going to see hikes, not cuts this year. So in March, there were 0 officials who saw a hike in 2026 happening. And now 9 out of 18 officials think that hikes might be a good idea and should happen. So we can also see on Polymarket right now that the odds for rate hikes are going up for the second half of the year. So the cheap money thesis that we've been leaning on end of last year, I would say, going into 2026, is pretty much gone. It was always supposed to be happening this year that we're going to see more rate cuts, but we haven't seen the Iran war coming when the year changed. We haven't seen the oil prices coming, and we haven't seen the big impact on inflation data that mostly comes from the oil prices. We haven't seen that coming neither. So now we are ending up at a quite overheated inflation, especially the latest PPI and CPI prints that came in were not extremely positive. The inflation is going higher right now in the US market. And obviously, inflation is a decision. That is what the Fed heads usually say themselves. Inflation is a decision because it matters what decisions you make in your fiscal and monetary policy. And this is all up to the people in power. And right now, they are leaning towards keeping inflation in place, not letting it run too high or too hot. And that would mean further rate hikes, which would make money more expensive and therefore stop the influx of fresh liquidity into the system. And in return, this could also impact asset prices, because if there's less money in circulation, there's less demand usually for assets, especially assets on the higher end of the risk curve. And looking at the charts right now, we are already quite underwater. So the question is, how much underwater can we get? And we're going to take a look at that as well in a bit. But yeah, for now, I think it's pretty straightforward what's happening here out of the reserve. Fed Chair says central bank will no longer hint at rate changes. Policy will now be driven by incoming economic data with focus on 2% inflation target. So yeah, no hints at rate changes, just based on economic data. The target is 2% inflation as always. That sounds to me very strong, like hikes, honestly, because if you're going to make decisions based on data only, then the data is it's not looking like we need more cheap money right now in the ecosystem or in the system. It would be great for economic growth, but you just can't have too much growth if you at the same time want inflation rate to stay steady. What else we got? Morgan Stanley filed the cheapest spot sol ETF in the US. That happened as well just right now. So that's pretty cool. We see more institutions coming into the crypto markets. They have a 0.14% fee, which is fairly cheap, undercutting Franklin Templeton. They have 0.19. The ticker is MSOL, and they have staking built into the ETF. 95% of rewards stay in the fund, so that's really good. They're doing it via Figment, Galaxy, and Coinbase, the staking. And yeah, now Morgan Stanley has an ETF. I think it's not launched yet, but it's fired. So it's definitely going to come this year. More chances to get liquidity into Sol, so that's really good. I think by now, just think about it. You have Morgan Stanley, one of the most traditional investment banks in the whole world, $1.8 trillion bank, pushing their own Sol ETF, right? A few years back, we didn't see that coming. Now it's very straightforward. It's very clear. I think Solana is here to stay. So this is very good for the asset. And this is happening in a time right now where prices are largely underwater. And people have a high bearish tendency right now. Still, these guys are believing into the future of Solana. So again, if you need a bit of bullish influence here, then I hope this helps. So yeah. And they're not the only ones. Also, Kraken put 2,500 Solana tokens inside its app. They have their on-chain DEX trading for US plus 100 countries, no separate wallet or seed phrase, including tokens not listed on any SEX. So yeah, Solana is the first network they chose for their exchange, which is also very bullish. According to Kraken, customers in the United States and more than 100 countries can now trade thousands of Solana ecosystem tokens directly through the exchange platform, including assets that have not yet been listed on centralized exchanges. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the downfall of centralized exchanges. Not directly, SEX is always going to be there, but this is, it is a big trend right now, and you'll see it in another news item that I have later. Volumes on Solana itself are just skyrocketing. People are just trading more and more on Solana natively, especially spot. And this is another, it's the same thing, right? Basically, Kraken, a centralized exchange, is now opening up their DEX arm. The rollout allows users to buy and sell eligible Solana tokens using USD or USDC without relying on separate self-custody wallets or external decentralized finance tools. Very easy UX, very straightforward. How do they do it? I would love to know, actually. As Crypto News reported, the exchange uses perpetual futures as well. I'd love to see where they route their DEX activity through. If it's if it's going through Jupiter, or if it's going through Titan, or if they have their own AMM. Interesting. Maybe I can find that out, actually. I'm just going to ask while we go through the other news, because I'm curious what DEX infra is Kraken using for their DEX integration. Let's see if I find out. Another one that's very interesting is Moody's. They have now credit ratings for tokenized assets on Solana. So Moody's, one of the largest providers of financial data in America, recently expanded its credit rating services to cover tokenized bonds and fixed income securities. So they're putting credit ratings directly on Solana. Very interesting as well. Obviously, we've been looking into credit ratings, but not for assets, but for individuals a long time ago. We have friends who are actually building in this exact segment here. Curious what they will think about this, or if they're maybe I don't know if they're in talks with them. I'm talking about Particular, if you remember them, Pierre. But yeah, we have some friends that build a company that is doing exactly that, credit ratings for tokenized assets. They used to call themselves the Moody's of crypto. Well, now Moody's credit ratings are coming. So very interesting caveat. I hope Particular is not going to be kind of eaten away or something by them, but I think they have a big advantage, which is they've been working in this exact niche since 2 years now, while Moody's seems to have slept on it a little bit. Why is that interesting? By turning fixed income securities into digital tokens on a blockchain, they can be traded instantly. Well, we know that. They can be traded 24/7, no rigid minimum investment requirements. So that is basically the whole pitch for RWAs. As more financial institutions tokenize their bonds and fixed income assets on Solana, Moody's needs to keep pace with that shift. Investors can already buy tokenized bonds. They still need to look up their credit ratings on Moody's website. Now they have a real-time credit ratings into Solana blockchain. Investors can now view the data and trade the tokenized assets in the same place. Cool. Solana encourages more investors to buy their bonds on its blockchain rather than on traditional platforms. This is also very bullish because, honestly, Moody's, another huge player, Morgan Stanley doing crypto ETFs for Solana, Moody's doing credit ratings for Solana tokens. Do you get the picture? Do you see what's happening? They say actually in the article here, it supports the bull case for Solana. Circle, Visa, PayPal, Stripe, other payment companies are already using the blockchain to settle stablecoin transfers. It's increasingly being used to tokenize stocks, bonds, and RWAs. And Moody's support reinforces that bullish thesis that Solana will continue to expand as a high-speed superhighway for blockchain-based transactions. Hell yeah. And then, last but not least, on the more fundamental news here, Solana is also quietly beating Coinbase and Kraken at their own game. We just talked about how Kraken is launching their own DEX. I think they have to, because honestly, their trading volumes on Kraken, on the tokens that are listed on the SEX, are much lower than what Solana is doing currently in terms of trading volume. Solana's on-chain volume is topping the major US exchanges. Blockworks data says spot volume across Solana DEXs has been running ahead of both Coinbase and Kraken, leaving the network behind only Binance and Bybit on most days. And this is most days. It's not like a one-time screenshot. This is like an average as it looks like. So yeah, DEX flows carry more bots and arbitrage, but the gap is real and recurring, not a one-off. That's what I'm saying. It's not a one-off. So if the SEXs don't react to this, if they don't allow traders also to tap into all these tokens that we have on Solana, I think they're going to get left behind. Like this opaque style of listing tokens on Binance and Bybit and Kraken and so on, it's not working anymore. Especially since we don't have enough volume anyways in crypto currently. You know, the market, the pie shrank a little bit in the past couple of years. So yeah, all in all, quite bullish on all these news items here when it comes to Solana. The question is this going to translate into price at some point? We're going to take a look at the chart in a bit, but first let's see who says hello here. If you're here with us, drop a GM. I see this Serions here as well, GM. On this sunny Saturday. I hope it's not too hot where you're at. I think you might be in France, which should be quite hot as well. JD said 2-0, correct. He's very proud of USA beating Australia, as it seems. I mean, do you think USA has a chance?
Yeah. To what? To win the World Cup? No. Not really.
Wow.
But
that's brutal.
They're already in the knockout rounds because this year it's like almost impossible to not be in the knockout rounds because they changed some stuff in the rules. There's much more teams than usual, and the 8 best third placed teams in their groups. So you know how the World Cup tournament system works, or no?
Not really.
So you have the group phase, which is happening right now. So there's I don't know how many groups. There's a lot of groups with 4 teams in each group. So each team plays against each other, which is 3 games per group, right?
Wow.
3 games per team per group, because they have to play against everyone in their own group. And then you get 3 points if you win, 1 point if it's a draw, and 0 points if you lose. And USA is right now on first place in their group, which means they will move to the knockout rounds. And everyone who is third placed and is in the top 8 of the all of the third placed, looking at their points and goal ratio, they will also move on to the knockout rounds. So only the 4th placed of every group, they are already eliminated. They go home. And then all the 8 best teams that placed 3rd in their group, they will also move to the knockout rounds. And then in the knockout rounds, if you lose, you're out. So you have to win to move to the next stage of the knockout rounds. I think it's rounds of the best 16 or something. Usually it's 12. So there's one more round, I think, compared to how it was usually before in the World Cups. And they haven't played against, I think, any European team yet, did they? They have to play against Turkey, but Turkey is already, they're out. They really suck. They lost both of their games. They didn't score a single goal yet, unfortunately for them. Yeah. But moving forward in the knockout rounds, for sure. Winning the World Cup, no. Competition is too good. Germany is really good this year. Let's see how they're going
who's
to
the next? Who's the contender, do you think?
The who?
Like, who would be the next worthy contender? Who's also has very good
chances?
There's
a lot of good teams. Argentina won the World Cup, the last World Cup. Messi just scored a hat trick with almost 40 years old, so he's still the GOAT. You have France. They are always very dangerous. Spain won the last European Cup, but they struggled. They didn't win against Cape Verde, which is a big deal. They should have won the game. Then you have the UK, Germany, as I said, Norway with Haaland, but I'm not sure if the whole team is good enough to really move forward a lot in the whole tournament. Who else is there? Brazil, but not sure if they are really this good to win the World Cup again. But yet the US is definitely not in the how do you call this, favorites, the ones that are likely to win, you know what I mean? But they're playing good football. You never know, these tournaments, you never know what's going to happen with any game. It's everything can happen. So I don't want to say anything wrong. I would love to see the US team move quite far in knockout rounds. Obviously, I want Germany to win the World Cup, so I don't want them to win, but
obviously
would be definitely huge for the US if they win the World Cup, because they have never won the World Cup.
Yeah. All right, time will tell. So tonight, you said Germany's going to play.
Germany's going to play against Ivory Coast. Yes. Unfortunately, it's 4 a.m. Huh?
Oh, why do we always have these underdog competition right now in this group.
Pure. It's a raffle, right? Who's in whose group? There is a raffle before the tournament, and then based on the raffle, your group is being put together.
All right. Alrighty. So I learned something today. I don't know about you guys, but didn't know how the mechanics work. The US team surprises me, says Cyber as well. Let's see. Anyway, back to Solana. We have two other things to do. One is look at Solana updates. We're going to use Solana Sensei's weekly digest and the charts. Let's look at the charts first. Let's pull up the charts first. So let me share my full screen. And yeah, so let me get rid of some of the markers here so it looks a little bit cleaner. We are currently in a downtrend. Surprise, surprise. If you haven't been sleeping under a rock the past couple of weeks, you should know that Solana is in quite a pullback currently. We saw a fairly sharp pullback here in the last week of May into June. And that also hit the RSI extremely low, same levels than we hit when we had the first dump here in February 2026 this year, beginning of Feb. So we have 2 points right now where we have basically 2 big flushes in the market, which is very typical behavior for this bear market structure. You see a flush, you see consolidation, you see a flush, you see consolidation, and you might see another flush. So we usually go down stairs and not in a straight line. Bear markets can stretch over price, so basically price percentage, or they can stretch over time. So they can stretch vertically or horizontally. And right now, I think if you really zoom out, we're stretching, more over time here in this last stretch currently, where we go sideways a lot. But yeah, obviously it all started already in September 25. And since the last highs in $250, it was basically just down, especially on the daily chart. But looking at everything, we are already now in a fairly low price territory. Okay, so that's for sure. Looking at the daily chart here, completely without any markers. We are not in any highs, right? We are way below the moving average. Which one do I have on here right now? The 350 SMA, way below that as well. The RSI definitely trending downwards. Right now, we're covered a little bit with the daily. So my TLDR really is that there is space for another drop. Okay, so there's definitely room for one more leg down, and Elliott waves are confirming that as well. I am currently tracking still a C wave to the downside, which is not completed yet. Inside of that C wave, I'm tracking a 1, 2, 3. The third wave is not completely finished yet. It stretches as a diagonal to the side here. And we're currently inside of that third wave in a 1, 2, 3, 4 wave correction. That fourth wave attempted to cross the 0.618, which is the most crucial flip level for most of the wave counts, especially fourth waves. Now we retrace a little bit again, but we're technically ready to go down. Like, we don't need to stretch this wave longer. There's an alternative way you could count this as well, which would be 1, 2, 3. So this could also be a second wave to the upside. If you start counting from here, 1, 2, and then 3, but both scenarios point at lower prices really, which is kind of the main takeaway, I think. So while it's always feasible to push into the resistance zones here in these recovery rallies to the upside, one thing you should keep in mind is that the downtrend doesn't look completed yet. It does not look completed yet. The RSI here on the 4-hour is recovering as well again to the upside, which gives us breathing room to go lower. Markets breathe in and they breathe out, right? And the RSI measures this really nice, which is selling pressure and buying pressure. And this was a breathe out, right, to the downside. And people might say, oh, we're so oversold, we have to go up now, right? But the RSI recovered into overbought territory within within a week, right? So within a week, we're from deep oversold to overbought again up here. So we're breathing in, market is breathing in, and we're ready again to breathe out, right? So from here, very feasible to see another leg to the downside. So even if we print now a lower low below the $60 mark, the RSI might not drop to 15 again. It might go to 20, right? Potentially. So I think my prediction is that in the next, we're going to see next leg down soon. Can we go higher? Sure. That's always the danger. That's why trading is dangerous, because yes, you can short here, but market can also turn around, attempt to touch the 0.786 wave 4 level here, and they go down from here, right? So as long as you don't get taken out to the upside here, you're fine. That's why, either setting stop losses is a good idea, or increasing your margin when you still believe in your trade, but you don't want to get liquidated to the upside. But that second variant, increasing your margin, is very dangerous, because obviously the more you increase, the more risk you're taking on. Anyway, I think we're going to go down at some point here, and we're going to print one more leg down in a third wave. Then we're going to recover again a little bit over the summer maybe, and then we're going to see one more flush. This can happen in 2, 3, 4 months, right? I'm not talking about days here. This can play out in a longer time horizon, really. So let's see where we go. It stays fairly difficult right now to navigate, but if you are following the edit waves, if you're following whatever strategy you put in place for trading, you should be fine. Talking of trading, have you, Pierre, seen this one, the trading competition?
Yeah, I saw some posts about it, but honestly, I have to be, I didn't really take the time to understand what's going on there. I know what happened before with Vibu and the other guy.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what this is about, honestly. So I know BM is a friend of ours. Is he building a new product now with this? Is he making money from that? Is that his new thing? Like, what's going on?
He's trying. So basically, the whole thing, Purposol, is basically a Phoenix growth tool. Okay. So it helps Phoenix to get more trading volume by hosting dedicated trading competitions on Phoenix for the community, where basically there's 2 big teams that are being put up against each other. Both teams have a head, they have a boss. The boss of the Solana Foundation team is Matt from Foundation, and the boss of the counterparty this time is called Fefe, who's a guy who's been trading since like years already, and has like a trading community on YouTube and so on. But yeah, he claims to be a very conservative, risk-averse trader. And looking at the stats right now, we got to give him that point. Because as you can see, similar with Vibu, Matt also is currently a bit underwater compared to Fefe. So
but it's
he didn't
always
manage
someone who is not a trader versus a trader. So I guess Matt is also not a pro trader, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, he's been working in trading, but not as a trader, I think. He's been working with exchanges and so on. So I don't think it's a strong suit, but everyone can be a trader. But you're right. When it comes to the actual experience of clicking the buttons and opening trades, I'm pretty sure that Fefe has more of that. So that's a fair point. You can see what's happening in terms of recent activity and open trades. For example, you can see right now, Fefe is very good in the green right now. He has a long on oil, so you can literally follow them, what they do. You can also see the recent trades. So you can see he already made some money on a long on oil. And you can also see where Matt lost his money. He had a huge short on Meteora, where he made a lot of loss from that. So that's what was one of his biggest losses. He also had a very good trade right at the beginning with a short on Mega ETH. That was really, really good. But then unfortunately, he got carried away and lost most of that again on the Met short.
So who gets the 25K?
So the 25K now, they are broken apart for the community, because this is only the bosses trading against each other. The 25K has nothing to do with them. Now the community can get together and actually start trading under the flag of one of the bosses. Okay, so you pick a team. So you can trade under the Matthew flag, or you can trade under the Fefe flag. If you trade under the winning team, so let's say Fefe wins, then actually the people that betted on Fefe, they will make some additional money as well. And you have these grand prizes as well. So if you have a very good P&L yourself, then you can actually tap into parts of that 25K by winning the grand prize or the second place or the third place and so on.
Okay.
And then there's like several tracks as well, where the 25K is broken up. It's explained here as well, I think, in the contest site or something.
So can you see the total volume that is being traded from everyone who is participating somewhere?
I think not on this dashboard. BM will be able to see it in his backend, I think. But yeah, one thing to note is that the trading capital is $100 only, so not more than that. So everyone's trading with $100. That's all you have basically to trade with.
And when the $100 are gone, then you cannot participate anymore. Or what?
Yeah. If you liquidate it or something, then you're out.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have a good P&L, like shout out to then that means that you put your $100 in good trades, dump your money, kind of thing, right? Obviously, these guys are trading with more, I think.
And the 25K is sponsored by Phoenix.
Exactly.
Oh, I see.
That's
interesting.
Right.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, interesting to see. Sometimes you just, I think the initial idea from BM was just to vibe code this sort of dashboard to keep track of the competition, the initial one between Vibu and this other guy, and then it turned out to be a pretty useful tool and also interesting for everyone to keep track of. And now it's some kind of product. I don't know. Is he planning on making any money from it, or what's the deal here for him?
That's the question. The business model is a big question. Like, how do you actually make money for this as a business? Because right now it is simply a front end that is tapping into a prize pool and distributing a prize pool, right? So who do you charge money now? Like he could charge Phoenix additional money for providing that service. So they have to pay the prize pool plus a fee, which is not currently happening. He could ask Solana Foundation to co-sponsor the development of it because they do have an interest in driving perpetual volume on Solana. If Phoenix is the venue, sure, maybe they can, put out a grant or something. Again, not a highly scalable business model, but certainly something you can make a little bit of money with. Or he could also take fees from users to sign up or something. But I think this would be probably counterproductive because obviously you want as many people as possible to join. So no friction is better. But yeah, he's brainstorming a few ideas and angles for this. But yeah, it is a good case study of how you can come up with something out of nothing because that's what happened here.
You can advertise, right? Sell advertisement space on the. It would be a perfect. This is basically the perfect example of
actually true.
What a product could be if it doesn't focus on their own business model, but they integrate the Solana ID or Solana Display Network and just monetize purely from that, similar to what millions and millions of other people are doing out there in the Google Display Network and in the general Google AdSense model, because there's a lot of people that have just some random blogs and websites. They don't sell anything. They just make money from selling ad space on their website. So we actually need more stuff like perp.sol or perp.so to make people understand that you can do shit like this and you don't need to worry about making money because you can just sell your attention.
Let's ask BM how much traffic he actually gets on that page, like how many people are going there. But yeah, he also needs more traffic at the same time. Like he needs to sell his own product, like right now all this traffic is coming from activity on Twitter mainly, right? So posts from Fefe, posts from Matt.
I guess there's like a couple thousand people going there, which is already not bad.
Yeah.
I just need to find a way that people come back. I don't know how the retention rates are and what's how sustainable this is for the future, because you need to
Obviously, they're running multiple competitions. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, you need to do that
Yeah.
all the time. But yeah, I mean, in the end of the day, it goes into the direction of what a Solana ID perk is. 25K perk games could be a perk from Solana ID as well.
of course. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Yeah, but the SDN angle is actually interesting. Apps on Solana that are fighting to make money because they have a good idea, but they don't know yet what business model makes the most sense for them. The lowest hanging fruit you can do is sell your attention and the eyeballs you're getting on your page to other businesses, basically, right? This way you can make money and still, provide whatever service you're putting out there, which in this case is it's a dashboard to track the competition. So people actually return there quite often, I think, because you want to see the live updates. You want to see, okay, what happened between boss 1 and boss 2? Where am I on the leaderboard? Like, do they have any open trades? It's not a page that you visit once, especially if you're taking part in the game.
Yeah,
it's a page that you actually have on your browser tab all the time. So that's interesting. Anyway, moving on. Let's take a quick glance at what is new on Solana. So we're gonna catch up with news on Solami and then give our mustard to that. And then from there, we're gonna see if we have any other yapping items, but we're gonna also move on to the NFT, the Solana token NFT items. But first and foremost, Solana Weekly Digest. Solana Sensei, big shout out, my man. Thanks for putting these out, so we always stay up to date. And yeah, also interesting, by the way, we just talked about Phoenix. Phoenix also launched a leaderboard and 48-hour trading competition across every Phoenix equity market. This happened completely separate from BM. They didn't even ask him to do that for him, which is also interesting. So Phoenix is basically now putting out another competition next to Purpose-O from Phoenix themselves, 48-hour time horizon. You have to trade equities, no tokens, like equity tokens. And if you do that, you can win and tap into a prize pool. Interesting. Competition seems completed. Okay, thank you to our participants. The competition leaderboard is locked and winnings will be dispersed in the Phoenix Rewards Hub. I see. Okay, $10,000 in prizes. They're putting out a lot of prize money here. 2 lanes, $5,000 each. Volume returns RI. Top 5 paid per lane. Interesting. So between us, since we're in this confined space, I had a call with Phoenix as well. Big shout out to the team. Great people. Decent product. Achieved a lot on Solana. Fighting against the other non-Solana perps out there. I love it. So big ups. Marketing, interesting. Their marketing tactics, interesting. Had a call with them, talked about, putting out good content, talked about Solana ecosystem core, talked about Solana ID, talked about being a bit more aggressive with acquiring actual users and doing this in a data-driven way. Phoenix seems to be quite hesitant with marketing right now. Their mode currently is, hey, we want to first make our product perfect, super sexy, We don't want to be too loud when the product is not done yet. My answer was, okay, guys, but every single day you are not doing aggressive marketing. Your competition, other exchanges who do aggressive marketing, will catch the users that have a very high stickiness when it comes to trading. Once you got used to an exchange and to the trading UI as a trader, changing to a different UI actually is very difficult. And I can tell it from experience and from other people I talk to. There might be a place where it's better, but if you're not used to the UI there, you're going to open a few trades and you're going to be like, this feels weird. I want to go back to where I know the buttons, where I know the UI, So it's a very sticky product. It's like a wallet even, right? So every day you're not aggressively marketing, you're losing users not only at the moment, but potentially forever, because these guys will stick to whoever claims them. At the same time, I see Phoenix, putting out $35,000 in 1 week right now to 2 competitions, Purpose-O and their equities competition. Is that the most efficient way to acquire users? Do we have other solutions? I don't know. It's like $35,000 for trading competitions. It's, I think you should probably do both at least. You should do some more targeted ways to acquire users, where you can also track a little bit better.
Yeah.
And potentially tap into these competitions. I don't know. Haven't deeply thought about it yet. But yeah. And then, another, did you see the frontier trades? Frontier. So there's another, it's all part of this user acquisition marketing tooling on Solana, really. Frontier trades, rewards trading across Solana. Trade anywhere, earn rebates, unlock priority infrastructure. Have you seen that, Pierre?
No.
So this has been launched in collaboration with Torque. We know them, our friends from Torque.
Yeah.
The first public campaign from Sunrise DeFi and Torque Protocol rewarded traders for tokenized SpaceX exposure. So basically, you have to trade on-chain on some of these venues. And then there's a prize pool where you can tap into. That's it. Frontier Trade. It's a VIP program for large whales, but there's also a retail, kind of a retail product. Maybe it's closed now because it used to be here. But yeah, Vivo was talking about it as well. And he said they had like 2,500 traders that took part in the Frontier is a banger so far. 3,500 retail traders signed up for this trading competition. $100 million in volume on a single asset during our first trial campaign. And then the second track of this program is the VIPs who have to apply. But again, you have to have like $500 million in volumes or something per month. Like it's for institutions and trading houses and trading firms. But yeah, this is pretty much what happened here with Frontier Trade. So another growth hack kind of that Foundation right now puts out. If you can see the pattern, they're trying to get trading activities up on Solana. Anyway, on other news here, Solana is the #1 web network, the highest amount of RWA holders. Let's go. Titan Exchange integrates Ondo Finance global markets. Also good. That is more equities for spot opportunities on Titan. Private crypto access and payroll on Ramper, big protocol, now integrated into Umbra. Backpack also has reward distribution and SpaceX shares. They had records in SpaceX trading volume on Backpack with the very first tokenized stock that goes live together with the IPO on Solana. Very successful. 170 plus new stocks and ETFs on Solana from Ondo. Again, big pattern here right now. Real world assets on Solana. That is just the thing that's happening. Software packs, real graded slabs, also insane launch, lots of volume, help Collective Crypt to become on some days the #1 revenue protocol on Solana. People are ripping software packs like they have nothing else to do. Very, very interesting to observe as well, the behavior of people reacting to this. Solana Mobile releases an updated secret dashboard featuring new perks from Get Rekt app for Solana CK holders. Rekt, the Rekt drink was it, right? I don't even know what they do now. Arceum is releasing their tokens, RAX. We've been waiting for it. The community has been waiting for it for years, I think. And now they're launching their token in a fairly common token launch, I would say. You know, like fairly high FTV, not a huge float, some really, I think, sophisticated utility, I would say. Like very straightforward. You have to own RX, I think, to run nodes in the Arceum network, to power the private compute and so on. And then you can earn, similar to how you earn money on staked Sol, you can earn money on locked RX. Let's see how that goes. RX is coming, I think, next week. Lookscale has a new Sol main vault. Okay, interesting. Drift announces recovery token and insurance fund claim check. So they are making moves. Maybe some people get their money back, at least some of it. Oh, Monkey DAO partners with Collective Trip to bring exclusive Pokemon packs for our fellow monkey. All right, sure, why not? Monkey branded Pokemon packs, or how does that work? 3 packs? Let's see. Let's see what's coming. And yeah, these have been some of the highlights of the week. All in all, again, RWA is definitely making the biggest waves right now, as it looks like on Solana. Yeah, should we go to the FT? Should we distribute Solid Talk FT?
Yes, my friend, we can do that.
Let's
pull
it up.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Wow. That is okay. What's the style here? What happened? Looks very cool.
Yes, so I think Mesh is there today, right?
Yeah.
Mesh is there. Nice. So
Mesh
you
regretted last time.
Gave us a list of his favorite artists, comic book artists, I think, mainly. And last week we already did a NFT inspired by Sana Takeda. And this week we did a NFT design inspired by Möbius, Jean Girard. So I think he's a French guy.
Sounds like a
comic artist. I have no idea what comics. Maybe Mesh can enlighten us. Why does he like those guys? What is the special thing about this artist? I literally just picked a name last week and picked another name this week. So I hope it is, true to how this guy actually designs his artworks or not. But I think I searched some images up and it looks like kind of the same style. So I think that the job was well done. But I guess that Mesh is probably the one who is able to judge it better than me. So Mesh, please, if you are listening, drop a comment and let me know if this looks like what you imagined or what you were envisioning. So yeah, the Solid Talk NFT designed by our AI agent in the style of Jean Girard Möbius with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 suns and some weird stuff flying around.
Yeah, it looks a bit sci-fi. But that's really cool. Thanks for the kind of input here from Mesh as well. If you guys have ideas, always let us know. Like, we're very flexible to the designs of these, and we're happy to take any suggestions and play around with it. Now, if you want to get your hands on this one, very easy, very straightforward, talk.solana.id. That's where you will find the quest board to claim this NFT as a token of appreciation for joining the Solid Talks. Your participation NFT lives on talk.solana.id or behind this QR code here that you see. Secret code here on the screen already.
There.
Drake. So go ahead, talk.solana.id, guys, and secure your spot. You will find the NFT very soon after the call in your wallet. You don't have to do anything else. Just go to talk.solana.id, submit your wallet, wait for the NFT to drop in. The secret code is Drake. And this one here is the artwork that you're claiming for the 20th of June, the Solid Talk 94 edition on our road to 100. Nice. I hope Mesh is still here and is happy with the artwork. Especially because I want him to be able to claim it. So Mesh, please be here and claim it. Otherwise, I'm going to see a comment of yours again that you missed the stream and how sad you are, like last time. 6 suns in the NFT. It feels hot like 6 suns here right now. I know, Fulo. I think we're in the same kind of climate right now. It is very hot.
What should I say? Stop complaining.
I know.
I don't even have a break of that shit.
Yeah, I know. But for us, it's special. It's not used to it. All right. Okay, last chance to claim. Ladies and gents, talk.solana ID or scan the QR code and the password or the secret code of Drake. Nice. Noise. Okay, Pierre, what else do we have to yap about? Do we have anything else to yap about? I actually don't know. Talk about Tsunami, talk about some news, gave a little bit of Drakepoint alpha. I feel like we already touched on a few of the important stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it 2 weeks ago, and then both of us didn't really talk about it anymore, and then we also didn't talk about it anymore last week. Just my idea of maybe less solid talks, less frequently, not every week, but higher quality, more preparation, more focus again on Solana ID, because we yap a lot about other stuff, which is fine. I said I would still like to hang out with you and talk about all kinds of things, I guess. But when it comes to, I mean, why? Because Solid Talk was meant to be the community call for everyone who is some sort of stakeholder in Solana ID, either someone who's using the product, maybe someone who's holding the token, someone who just likes the two of us, so that everyone is always up to date with what's going on. So basically, the Solid Talk is the single source of truth where you can talk directly to us and with us and listen to what we are planning for the near future with Solana ID. I actually liked the vibes that we had better before when we were in Discord somehow, because it was more interactive. You know what I mean? We were able to really talk to people. I feel like this is really just you and me. Obviously, in the beginning we also had some people joining backstage, but not a lot of people compared to how many people we usually had like talking sometimes in Solid Talks. So yeah, what is the purpose of Solid Talk? Right now, it's not really what the Solid Talk was meant to be. So that's why I was thinking to bring it back in shape, get it sexy again, make it more focused on Solana ID. At least I guess that's what we owe everyone also, so that it's not just about what's happening on Solana and what is Simon and Pierre doing, but also what can people expect from Solana ID, because I think there's a lot of uncertainty out there about, just in general, what's going on with the product, what's happening with the token, are there any more perks coming, are we reshaping Solana ID, and stuff like this. So I guess let's not do another Solid Talk next week, but let's plan one out where we answer all these questions properly, so we have enough time to really figure our shit out. Because right now I couldn't answer all the questions properly, and I guess neither can you. And then just make one, like a big one again, where we prep stuff, maybe invite some people that were there early on, or some people that could also help us with decision making or whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing out some brain farts. But I think that's something important, because I feel like we're just, we're meeting up here every week, which is nice. I mean, who else can say that they have been live every single week since basically 100 weeks now, almost? Probably nobody. But I don't want to just hang out here and have good time. I also want to provide some more value to everyone. It's just how I feel.
No, that's important. I'm gonna comment on this before I do. Mesh is here, by the way, just with a different, with his YouTube account. So happy that you claimed the artwork and that you like it as well. So Pierre, the work has been has been seen and appreciated. So that's great. And yeah, Cyber also says there's something to try out, the new mode. Even if we still decide to spontaneously hang at this time on a Saturday, just for fun, like we do right now, we can call it a different way. So it wouldn't be Solid Talk 95.
Exactly.
It would, it would break the, exactly. It would be just like vibing with the Solana community, Solana vibe stream, whatever. Like we just hang out. I agree, actually. So we can have this loose format without too much pressure. When we can't make it on a Saturday, it's not going to be there. If we want to do it every single Saturday, we can hang. But then we can have definitely this fixed date of, hey, in 2 weeks from now, the Saturday, we're going to, have Solid Talk 95, and these are the topics, and be there. Don't miss it. It's important. So I agree, actually. So we can loosely keep that for now as an idea. So next week, Saturday, TBD, if we're going to live stream or not. If we're going to live stream, it's going to be a laid back vibe session. And then 2 weeks from now, we're going to try to deliver Saturday Solid Talk 95 with a better agenda. If anything changes, we'll let you guys know. But I think this would be a good mood. As the Orange Man always says, make Solid Talk great again. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Make Solid Talk great again. I mean, we can. Again, I think if we separate both, it makes a lot of sense, because then this is still fun, to just hang and yap a little bit. But if we want to put the show into a more professional wrapper again and, bring it back to a better agenda, then let's do Solid Talks as a show and everything else as a yapping session.
Yeah.
What, Hector?
That makes sense.
GM, brother.
That sounds good.
GM. Awesome. Also, Heavy's respecting the grind, so that's good. GM Heavy, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Solid vibing. Cook. Now I see all the comments that are coming back. Sometimes it takes a while. That's insane, JD. That's crazy.
Shush.
Yeah. Shout out to JD. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. But appreciate it. That's awesome. Anyway, let's wrap it up for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining. You know what's up. We're going to let you know about the next weeks, but stay tuned for a bigger Solid Talk again and a proper show whenever we're going to launch it. For now, the timeline is 2 weeks, but we're going to keep you up to date. Next week, you're going to see if we're online or not. We're going to post about it. You're going to see it in the Telegram ahead of time, as every single week. But yeah, just flagging it also for Cyber Brother, who's always informing people that we're live next Saturday. Just check in with us first to see if we're going to host or not, and what we're going to do. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much. You guys enjoy Saturday and don't get burned in the sun if you're in Europe. Enjoy the sun that's always there if you're not in Europe. And we'll see you at the next one, potentially same time, same place, just not next week. And then we're gonna yap about Solana ID and everything around it. Until then, you guys stay solid, get solid, and peace out, everyone.